Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and my space. For those of you who are new, my name is Racquel, and those of you who are clicking back on, thank you so much for taking another shot at one of my videos. This video is a tarot reading, but it does not have a time limit on it. I'm basically making this as a message sent to you, the collective. So whenever you click on this is when you need to hear this message. So that is my intent for this reading, is to reach those who really need to hear this message. So it could be 2 years from now, it could be an hour from now. Whenever this reaches you, this is what you need to hear. So let's call upon Spirit. What does the collective most need to hear when they click on? Growing up. Growing up. All right, so this is the message that you need to hear. What the card says is wanting to grow in experience, rejection of perpetual youth. Now, you see how it's 17, a 1 and a 7 breaks down to an 8. An 8 in a traditional tarot deck is all about having to take that next step, having to have the courage to move forward or to move on. If we think about the 8 of Cups, it usually depicts somebody leaving something emotional behind, a bunch of cups behind, and seeking of that next cup. If we think about the 8 of Wands, it's about new changes coming in fast, getting you motivated, getting you ready to go. All right. So 8s are all about, really reaching down in yourself, and instead of denying what has to happen, actually accepting what has to happen in order for you to move on, in order for you to grow up, and in order for your manifestations to come in. So right now, what I'm feeling for the collective with this is something, those who are drawn to this, there is something that is blocking your manifestation from coming through. Whatever that entails for you, whether it be in love, whether it be in your career, whether it be in your health, whether it be in your home life, there is something that is blocking you on the inside. It's blocking your manifestation from coming in. Either you're way too worried about it and you're way too up in your head about it, or there's something about this that you're denying. There's a step that you have to take that you are trying to skip, or you are not fully understanding. You're not fully looking at it because either you're afraid to take that step or you are afraid of admitting that you need to do this one thing in order to get your manifestation. So I'm going to break this down with the tarot, but that's what I'm getting from this card. It's denying yourself something, afraid to take that next step, needing to kind of put your foot down, kick your own ass, basically, into gear here. There's something blocking your manifestations. So let's see what's blocking your manifestation. Spirit, my guides, what is this growing up about? Trying to see if I'm getting any downloads right now, so hold on. Okay, for some of you, you're being a little bit too impatient. You're wanting it to happen now, when really, in essence, it's going to take some time to come to fruition. It's going to take some time to actually grow, and you're being asked to give it that time to grow. All right, one more shuffle, and then I'll cut for this. Okay, so the underlying energy around this is the Ace of Wands. So there is something, this is a manifestation that is trying to come in. This is something that you're very passionate about. There might be a new passion. And what I'm getting from some of you is maybe you're waiting for something to manifest that just isn't going to manifest. There's something new that's trying to come in to manifest, if that makes any sense. You're too stuck on seeing one thing and wanting one thing to grow when there's something else that wants to come up out of the woodwork. So that's what I'm getting for some of you out there. That's the underlying message. And you need to take action. You need to take action on this is what I'm hearing. All right, so where you're at right now, you're in the Hangman. So you're basically in limbo. It's like you know what you've done, everything that you can do to manifest this thing into your reality, and it seems like it's not coming through. The reason why sometimes the universe, we think we want to manifest something so bad. We think we want to obtain this goal so bad, like it is meant for us. And we get it, we work at it, and we get to a certain point, but it never actually happens. It's because the door is closed. That's not what you were supposed to be manifesting. This is asking you to take a wider approach. Look at every angle of it. Maybe this isn't the goal that you are meant to do. Maybe there is something else that you are meant to do. Okay? I'm not saying give up. I'm just saying take a wider perspective. Maybe because there is a new passion coming in here. There is a new drive or new motivation to start something new here. And it might not be this thing that you've been trying to manifest. And I know that's the cold, hard truth. I tell the truth, what I see and what I hear. I don't sugarcoat or flower coat anything. So you might want to really ask yourself, this thing that I've been working so hard for, that I can't get to the end goal or the end result, is that really the goal that is meant for me? Or is there something else that I've been kind of curious about, but I've kind of been brushing off? Because I feel like that thing that you've been kind of curious about, that you've been brushing off, that's where your true passion lies. And that's where you're going to get your most manifestation, the most of manifestation from. All right. Now what's crossing you is, the Page of Cups. So this thing you've been working really, really hard on for a while now, it could have to do with younger children or a younger water sign. But I feel like this is your emotion towards it. It's like you've poured all your heart and your emotion into this thing, and it just can't get off the ground. Sometimes you might need to grow up a little bit. And for others of you, I'm hearing another story. This has to do with a teenager or college-bound kid that just isn't growing up. Okay? It's like you have tried all avenues to get this person to grow up, but they aren't growing up. But it looks like they do have some type of new start here or new passion. And it might be that you might have to embrace what that child is going for. They might not want to go to college. They might want to do something else. And it could be that you might think it's an immature thing to do. But there is a good card underlying this. So this might be the thing that was meant for them. For others of you out there who have a specific goal in mind and you've been having a hard time getting it off the ground, it could be because this thing wasn't meant for you. It was only meant to be a little part of your life, not a big part of your life. And now you're being called to do something else. Okay? Now, what you are afraid, what you're afraid of is the sun. So some of you are feeling, if this is a business adventure, or if this is a, not a business adventure, if this is a business endeavor, and you've been trying to get it off the ground, what's holding you up is that you're afraid of success. You're afraid of actually attaining that success. Some of you, a kid might be getting in the way of you obtaining your success, is what I'm feeling for some of you. And for others of you out there that have the other story with the, because I'm getting a couple of stories here. So those of you who have a college-bound kid, or somebody who is going into college and they're having a hard time, what you're afraid of is you're afraid of that they're going to put so much passion into fun and play, and they're not going to be serious about what they need to do to become an adult, to grow up, if that makes any sense. You're afraid of them maybe going off to college and partying all the time instead of actually buckling down with their studies. What's behind you is the Hermit. So you've done a lot of thinking about this. You've done a lot of soul searching about this. For some of you who have been trying to manifest something and it hasn't been coming to fruition, it's because you got something else that's in the woodworks that you need to start. Something else that's going to be more successful. This goal that you're reaching for is not the one that you've been putting all your heart and your soul into, that you're afraid of success. That's your fear is what's holding you back. And in the past, I see that you have soul searched and you thought that maybe this was the goal that you needed to obtain. But what I'm picking up on is you need to go back to the past in order to move forward, if that makes any sense. Go back to the past. What were you curious about in the past when you were in this hermit mode, trying to develop whatever this goal was? Because there was something else that came in that you were curious about, but you kind of put it on the back burner because you were so invested in this other goal that you've got going now. So in your wishes and your dreams, we've got the Ace of Coins. So yeah, this definitely has to do with like a business endeavor. For those of you who are starting their own business, or you're trying to make your business manifest money and coin, and that's what you really desire, I feel like this particular avenue is probably not the best one to go down. You have a different passion or a different thing, a new thing on the horizon that is going to be better suited for you, that will bring you in a little bit more coin. Like I said, sometimes you have to go back to the past. What were you curious about? Revisit that in order to move forward. And don't let the fear of success stand in your way. Look at all options of it. Those of you who have a kid going to college, your dream is for them to actually make something of themselves, but you're afraid that they're going to be partying all the time and not really take their life seriously, like they need to grow up. This could be a moody teenager when they were younger, and they started pulling away from you and started going into hermit mode, and that's really got you scared about them venturing out into the world. But this is a new start for them, and this is Ace of Wands is in the upright, and they will be just fine. So moving on to the future, we've got the Tower. Now the Tower isn't a bad thing. What I think this Tower is, I think this Tower moment in the future, for those of you with kids, I feel like this is going to come to a head. I feel like this is an argument that you have with a young adult, someone who's like 17 or 18, and it's all about a college thing. I'm getting a college thing, and where you're afraid that they're going to goof off. You're afraid they're going to goof off and they're not going to take it seriously. But you want them to take it seriously. You want them to earn their own money. You want them to have their own good start in life. But it's going to come to a head. There's going to be a fight or some type of fight. And but this is what's going to do is it's going to clear the way. You are being asked to see it from a bigger perspective here, because your kid has something that they really want to obtain, a goal that they really want to obtain, that they're very passionate about, and it is in the upright position, so they are going to be good with it, but it is going to come to a head if you don't talk about it, okay? I do have a sense that, think back to when you were a kid. Like I said, sometimes you have to travel backwards in order to move forward. So travel back to the past when you were their age and you had your own goals, your own ambitions of what you wanted to be. Was it the same as what your parents wanted for you? And where are you at now? It might be that, you followed your dreams and maybe you didn't make anything of yourself, but you had a beautiful child, and now they are in this opportunity where they can make something good for themselves, because history does tend to repeat itself when it's in families. It tends to repeat itself in cycles. So I have a feeling that your kid or your young adult is going to break this cycle, okay? They've got this, okay? And I'm getting all sorts of good vibes off of this card. I feel like your child is going to break this cycle. They are going to bring in the money, okay? They do need to grow up a little bit. This is all part of growing up. You've got to let them grow up. Now, for those of you with a business endeavor, okay, those of you who have been trying to grow your business, trying to grow up your business, you have a fear of success. You want that money, but you have a fear of success, and that's what's really holding you back from obtaining that manifestation. All right, so you need to go backward into your past, okay, into when you first were like trying to figure this thing out and figure out what you were going to do. There's something else there that you were curious about, but you put it on the back burner for this other goal. That thing that you put on the back burner is this Ace of Wands, okay? What this Tower is about in the future is this goal that you've been working on right now, crumbling away so that this new passion, this new curiosity can take flight. And I feel like this is the one that is going to bring you more coin. Now, I just want to get a clarification for this Ace of Wands, how this has to do. Why is this the underlying energy here? Because like I said, I feel like this is, yeah. Okay, so we've got the Three of Cups here. So this is celebration. So this is definitely the way you want to go, because this is the thing that's going to bring you the most joy and the most happiness, the most success. Let me get one more clarification for that card. Yeah, and then we've got strength. Yeah, so this is definitely the way that you want to go. All right. This could be for those of you with we're on the kids storyline, where you have a young adult that's going into college. They have a strength like you wouldn't believe inside them. And I got the Leo twice here. So this is something they were meant to do. This is something they were meant to shine in, okay? This is something that can be celebrated once they get it off the ground, okay? There's a lot of passion and a lot of drive here for this goal that they are going for what they want to do with their life. Now, for those of you who are having a career that you want to grow right now, you're stuck in a certain career that you're trying to grow, but it's just not going anywhere. It's just not manifesting. That's because you have a new passion here that has the potential to be very strong for you and grow very big for you. Lots of celebration, lots of good energy around this new endeavor. All right, so that's what I'm getting for that. Now let me see what the advice is, and I kind of want to get two things of advice because I got two storylines here. So let's get an advice for those who are trying to grow a business with this message. Okay, well, you got two. We've got running and meeting. Yeah, running and meeting. Okay, so with the running, this is what it's saying is that you're running yourself ragged. You're working way too hard. You're trying to manifest something but it's not happening. You just keep spinning your wheels, spinning your wheels, spinning your wheels. And if you look back up here in this card, we've got the clock right here, the time. And what I'm being drawn to is that time has run out on this endeavor. Like, this is not the way that you're going to obtain your goal. You're just wasting your time over and over and over again trying to pour something into it. Okay, with the meeting, I feel like this is a new opportunity coming in for you. This is where the ace, hold on, this is where the ace of wands comes in. This is a new opportunity, and I feel like that's coming in real soon. You're going to meet somebody that's going to help you get it off the ground. It's a new endeavor. It's something that you were curious about when you were in hibernation mode. You were curious about it for a second, but then you just like put it on the back burner because you were working so hard at this goal that you have going on now. So think back when you were kind of isolating yourself. What were you curious about? Because there's going to be somebody coming in that reignites this in you, that reignites this curiosity. This is somebody that's going to bring this up again, and your curiosity is going to go right back at it again. And that is the thing that is the door universe is opening for you. Okay. So now let's see, for those of you with college age kids. All right. As it pertains to this attitude, desiring belonging. Okay, so with this, for some of you, I feel like your child has this desire, has this passion, knows that they belong in this one thing, but they're afraid of disappointing you because you want them to go in the opposite direction. And if you push too hard, that's going to cause a tower moment, all right? They desire and they want to belong to this other thing so passionately that it could just it has the potential to blow up in your face if you push too hard against it. Okay, is what I want to say. I'm just calling it as I'm seeing it in the cards. Let them grow up. Let them be who they want to be. Let them come into who they need to come into. They have a lot of strength, and they have a lot of courage, and they have a lot of desire and passion, and there is a lot of celebration around this thing that they're going for. All right? They are going to be just fine. And, that's how it goes. Well, that's all I have for this timeless message. If this resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, please drop a comment below. Let me know how it resonates with you. And if you like my reading style, please hit that subscribe button located right down there. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a very good year, week, day. And please take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time. Bye.